Hi, my name is Tiaan and this tutorial is brought to you by Kaimana. I would like to take the opportunity to talk to you about the difference between gel overlay and gel polish. And we will go from this to this. First off, let's discuss the difference between gel polish and gel overlay. So gel polish is normal nail polish, you apply 2 or 3 thin coats and you cure it in the lab. Gel overlay has a thicker viscosity and it provides strength and structure to the nail. During this tutorial, you'll find the easy steps of how to apply gel nails. So let's get started. First of all, when your client comes to you, have them sit down and let's assess the nails. What do you look for when you're assessing the nails? We'll probably look for, are there any nail disorders? Are there any nail diseases? What product is currently on the nails? Do you need to remove that product? Is it for a fill? Are you able to match the product that's already there? Are there any lifts? Any nails that need to be removed? Partially removed? You will look for all these things while you are assessing hands. You will look for cuts in the fingers. Will it burn when I put my sanitizer there? Will it burn when I put acetone there? Are there places which I need to avoid on my client's hands? So take your time and assess the hands properly. In this instance, you will see that my client has a broken nail. So that already tells me we are going to do some sculpting today. When I look at this video here, I can see she's got gel polish and she's got a broken nail. But I know this, but if I was another nail technician working on this customer right now, I would see that she's already got one gel overlay nail on her right hand thumb, which was on my left hand. So a week prior to the filming of this video, she came to me and she's broken her nail. So I already did a gel overlay on that specific thumb, on her right hand thumb. And she came to me and asked me, will I be able to do the same for her on her left hand where her index fingernail is broken right now. So I told her, okay, I've got an idea, and we met each other halfway. I presented her with a design that I like and she loved it. So we decided, let's do a complete different set and do a gel overlay on all her nails. I did not remove the product from her right thumbnail as it was there already and we were just going to paint over it, but on the rest of the fingers I knew I had to remove the gel product, the gel polish, and then just apply the gel overlay. Once you have assessed your client's hands, now you can start seeing the whole picture come together and you will see how you can go from A right through to B. And let's walk through this and we'll see. First of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to push back the cuticles. So when you are pushing back the cuticles, do it very gently. You don't want to hurt your client, but you do want to make sure that it's loose, that it's completely moved to the back and give you the most possible nail estate that you can get. I will speed this up quickly as we run through all of it. If you do see something, if the cuticle is really overgrown, you can take your cuticle nipper and just nip it off, cut it off. My client's hands did not need this. She doesn't have very much cuticle growth, so just pushing it back was sufficient for me. And once we are done there, what we do is just take a file and gently buff off all the gel polish that is on the nail. You do not want to work very hard when you remove gel polish. It's a very soft product and if you work too hard you will damage your client's nail. Work around the cuticle area and remove every bit of shine that's still left on the natural nail. And while you are busy there, shape up the nail. Do the side walls, do the free edge. Get it into shape while you are busy there. As you can see, it's a very gentle movement that I'm doing. So I'm removing all this gel. I'd like to remind you that this was just gel polish on my client's nails on this French manicure that we did for her. So it was just white polish and the top coat over that, which are being removed right now. If you are working with gel, it doesn't like oily nails, it doesn't like dust, because dust always shows in your finished product if you're working with gel. So just remove it everywhere. And gel definitely do not like shine. If there is any shine left on a nail, it will lift there. If gel touches the cuticle, it will cause a lift as well. So be very careful when you're applying the gel. Here I'm just using my e-file. It goes a bit quicker for me, but even if you are using a hand file, it won't even take you 5 minutes to remove all this gel. There's the thumb, which already has an overlay on it, so it won't come off completely. It was all done with building gel. If you are using an e-file, do not use it on high speed. A low speed is very sufficient on a natural nail. It will not burn your client and it gets the job done. Because I use the e-file, I'm just shaping it up with a normal hand file right now. A 240 grit because I am working on a natural nail. If you are working on a nail that's already got product on it, you can use perhaps a 100 grit or 180 grit. But never on a natural nail use something less than a 240. As I'm working on just removing the excess dust right now, I'm doing this with a mixture of sanitizer and acetone to remove all excess oils. Now I'm cleaning beneath the nail. Once you're done, you can use the sanding sponge to buff the nail, go from left to right and over, and when you finish up, from the top to the bottom. This will remove any deep scratches that's on the nail. Once again, clean it up with sanitizer and acetone mixture. Now, when you are applying your bonding liquid, make sure not to flood the nail. If it runs into the cuticles and the sidewall areas and everywhere, it's just flooding the nail and it can cause your client some allergies. Be very careful when you're applying this, and you do need it to apply it to promote adhesion, and it also dehydrates the nail for about half an hour just to give you some time to work with it. Now we are applying the base coat, the rubber base coat to provide some flexibility to the nail. When you are applying the base coat, just put it down gently near the cuticle and work it up, and in long strokes pull it down. The same as you would apply some nail polish to the nail. Make sure the whole nail is covered. It also promotes adhesion. Like I said, the bonding liquid will dehydrate the natural nail for up to half an hour. Once you have applied the base coat on all the nails, if the nail do start reproducing oils, it really won't matter, because from there on you are working on product and your nail will stick. Now comes the part where we are going to apply the form to the nail, to the finger. So because it's not going to have long nails, it's just a normal natural length of the nail. What I do is, when I take my form, I fold down the tip, just to make it easier for her when she's putting her finger in the lamp, that it's not excessively long. I tear up in the middle, and then what I do is I just fold together the tip there, fold out, press it down a bit to give some width to the nail, and then make sure that you insert the form straight under the nail. It needs to walk just like the nail would actually grow out straight. You need to apply it like that. If you're going to point it down the slightest bit, you're going to have a very thick nail when you start building out, because it's going to run down and you're going to try to get it straight on top, and you're going to set a thick nail here, and if you build it up, it's going to be a mess as well. So make sure that you point it out straight as the nail would grow out. Have a look at it from all angles and see if you are happy. Is it straight like this? When you look down at the middle of the nail, is it straight there? Have a look from your client's side, have a look from your side. Just have a look all around and make sure it is straight. Now comes the time where we are going to start with the gel overlay. So pick up a moderate sized bead with your brush and put the bead down near the cuticle. Gently work it up towards the cuticle, but be careful not to touch it. Then you can fill the whole cuticle area with that bead and come back to the middle and just tail it down all the way to the free edge. Once you're done there, you can add another line to the right and another line to the left. You can connect all those lines together, which will ensure a good upper arch. Then, move your finger, turn it and work to the right hand side towards the sidewall area, and turn the finger to the other side, also working there. It's important to remember to keep the finger facing down. The gel product will start running eventually. It's very slow, but it does start running after all. And you don't want it, if you point your finger up, it will run into the cuticle area. So always keep it pointing down so that it runs to the free edge at least. Also, when you are working with the sides, remember that when you are going to turn the hand, the gel is going to run to that cuticle. If you turn it to the other side, it's going to run to that side of the cuticle. So make sure that you leave enough space for some running of the gel, but that it does not touch the cuticle. Once you're done, ask your client to turn the hand upside down. The gel will start running down and form a very beautiful apex. And just leave it there for about 5 seconds upside down, and then you can turn it back, have a look. Are you happy with the shape? Are you happy with everything the way it is? And then you can just put it into the lamp and cure it for 60 seconds. With the LED, if it's a UV lamp, it's 120 seconds. Moving on to the rest of the fingers now. You do the exact same thing. It's from the top, down in the middle, right hand side, left hand side, connect it all. Have this shape beautiful, turn the hand upside down, wait 5 seconds, turn it back, have a look, cure it. Just work crisscross with the hands until you are done with all the fingers, and then you can remove the sticky layer from the top, as you will be filing and refining the shape right now. You can do this just with normal rubbing alcohol. Start with the side walls. I'm using a 180 grit file here because I'm working on product. Remember that gel is a very soft product, so you can work very gently over the nail, gently around the cuticle area, and shape the nail into a beautiful nail. Now, once again, once you've shaped it all up and you've got this beautiful set of cover pink nails right now, it's time to start with the polish. We've given her some structure now, we've given her some strength, and now we are going to put on gel polish over that. Gel polish doesn't like shine, and gel polish doesn't like dust. If there's still dust on the nail, it will show, it will make little bumps all over it, so make sure that you remove all the dust. What I did is I used a brush and just brushed it all off, then I used the sanitizer and acetone mixture again and just removed everything that I still had there. So now we are going to apply the first layer and second layer of polish, and what we did for this design was blue, pink, white, and pink. It's always best to apply 2 or 3 thin layers of gel polish rather than one thick layer. The one thick layer I have some difficulty with curing and sometimes it wrinkles up. As you can see, the pink is on already, the white is on, and now we are applying the blue. And in between each layer, cure it for 60 seconds. What I usually do after I apply the gel polish is I take my file and I gently just clean up the edges in case it was a bit thicker on this side or now it's rounding the edge. I like crisp edges, and so I just take the product file, the 100th grit file, and just gently along the side, the free edge and the side walls, just remove any excess polish. So now we're starting with the art, and just put it down a spot of blue here and a spot of blue on that nail. And then with rubbing alcohol, I just dilute it a bit and fade it, almost like a watercolor. And then I do the same with the pink and cure it for 60 seconds. Now with the liner brush you can go in and draw any line art that you like. I decided to go for little leaves and dots on her nails. So I'm just drawing this over. So if you are happy with the design, you can flash through it for 10 seconds and this will save the design. And when you do make a mistake afterwards with another design and you don't like it and you wipe it off, at least that will still be there and you don't have to do all the work again. We are adding the gold leaf now, pressing it down, breaking it up, just touching it everywhere, breaking it until it looks pretty. The gold leaf will stick to the sticky layer of the nail polish, and then you can apply the top coat over that and just watch your design come to life. Once you're done, apply the cuticle oil and gently massage it into the fingers and give your cuticles some love. This brings us to the end of this tutorial. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you've got any question, drop it in the comments below and let's get the conversation going. Until next time, goodbye.